guys, Mr. Machado here with another video for you to keep learning from home. I know I said yesterday that was our last video of the year. I just decided to come up with a few more videos. I just couldn't let you guys go just yet. We are talking about something very interesting this week, which is equality and diversity. And I decided to come up with this video so we can learn a few important words, a few vocabulary words when it comes to diversity. So today's video is going to be about vocabulary. We are going to be talking about important words for us to keep learning about this very, very important subject. So let's jump right in. The first word we are going to learn is the word diversity. Diversity simply means that there are lots of different kinds of things in general. So just to stop to think about, there are a lot of different types of animals, lots of different types of plants, of cars, games, toys, or just about anything that you can think of. So that is diversity. And when it comes to people, there is also diversity. All the human beings have a very similar structure. So we are mostly all the same. We all have two legs, we all have two arms, two eyes, one head. So we can all fit into that same category. But at the same time, we all look very different from each other. We all have different skin colors. We all have different hair colors. We all have different eye colors. The size and shape of our faces and our bodies can be different. We all have our own fingerprint. That's a fun fact about human beings. Every single human being has a very unique fingerprint. Nobody has the same fingerprint that you have on your very own finger. So what does diversity look like? Well, diversity is not all about our bodies and what we look on the outside. Where we were born in the world can also be part of diversity. There are a lot of differences when it comes to languages, religions, beliefs, food, cultural traditionals, types of houses that we live in, schools that people have, jobs that people have, and so on. I'm pretty sure that you can think of a lot more differences that we can all add to the diversity of human beings in our world. So where is diversity found? Well, you don't have to go anywhere to find diversity. That's the fun thing. Just look around you and your own family and friends and you can find it. Every single person you know is different. So think about your brothers and sisters and cousins. Do they all look alike? Do they all sound the same? Do they all have the same skills or talents? Do they all have the same interests? I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to find a lot of things that are the same, a lot of similarities, but there is also a lot of differences too. And the great thing about diversity is that it makes the world a very interesting place for all of us, full of interesting people and places for us to learn about. How good is that? Imagine how boring everything would be if everything and everyone were the same. So how does diversity happen? Well, back in the day, many years ago, people were born and lived and died all in the same parts of the world. So they kind of like ate the same things. They looked pretty much alike. They were very similar. And then we started traveling and people started traveling outside of the areas that they lived in, outside of their countries. And they decided to live in different countries. And every time someone would move and go to a different country, they would also bring a little bit of their culture. So nowadays, there's a lot more diversity in the world because of many reasons. First, people travel more. People travel around a lot more than in their own countries. Also, they may want to go and live and work in a place that's different than the place that they were born. Some people go to different countries and move there for good. They decide to live there. And when people move to other countries, they add their diversity to that country in all sorts of ways. They bring their own food, religion, music, culture, beliefs, and so on. What is great about diversity? Everyone can learn more about other cultures. Everyone can share and enjoy their differences. Everyone can work together to make the country a good place for every single one. And you can learn and play new games. You can try new food. You can learn new languages as well. What is not so great about diversity? Well, some people are afraid of diversity. Some people, they're afraid of change. And some people don't want to accept that other people have different beliefs than themselves. And unfortunately, the sad part is that some people are very unkind to others who look different than them. There are three words that we can use to describe that unkindness. The first word is the word prejudice. Prejudice is when someone decides something about another person without knowing anything about them. So you make judgments, you make decisions in your mind about who the person might be without even getting to know them. The next word is the word racism, and we already talked about racism this week. Racism is when someone is not given fair treatment because of their race or their skin color or their religion. And the last word is the word sexism. Sexism is when someone is not giving a fair treatment because of the fact that they are either a man or a woman. So for example, if I'm playing during recess with all my friends and my friend Mary, which is a girl, comes in and wants to play with us, if I say, you know what, you are a girl, this game is just for boys, that is not being fair. That's not being nice. So when someone is treated badly in any kind of ways, either being with prejudice, with racism, or with sexism, this is called discrimination. Well, so what should we take from this conversation, from learning these words about diversity? The only thing that I can say is that diversity is a great thing for our community and our society. It's important for us to understand, respect, and accept people who are different than us. And the more we embrace diversity, the more we end discrimination. We want to make sure that every single person is treated the same. Okay, so for today's exit ticket, all we are going to do is listen to a read aloud, and we are going to think and reflect about the word diversity. The book is called The Great Big Book of Families, and we are going to understand how families can also show us diversity. Families can be diverse. A lot of families look different, and it's interesting and important for us to learn how our family is different and how can I respect every single type of family that there is right there. I'm pretty sure you're going to find the type of family that you have in this book. So enjoy the reading, and I'll see you guys next time with another video for you to keep learning from home. Take care.